Georgia Bulldogs of the SEC are with us. Head coach Mike White, flanked by Silas Demery Jr. and Asa Newell. We're going to ask Mike to start off with a statement on this game just concluded, and then we'll go to questions for all three of the Bulldogs on the dais. Mike, please.
Yeah, tough day, for our program, for this team, for these two guys. Didn't see that coming, didn't anticipate that outcome, obviously, especially the first 10 minutes of the game. Gonzaga's really good, perhaps underseeded. Anxious to watch their next game. They're terrific offensively. They were prepared defensively. We got off to a really rough start with some live ball turnovers, with them converting, from 2 and from 3. Dug ourselves a big hole. And in the second half, I thought we played more to our identity. I thought we played a lot better in the second 20. Unfortunately, they made some timely shots. They just did. They finished off 5 or 6 pretty good defensive possessions by us, with a made 15-foot floater or a made contested 3, and we just couldn't chip away at it more than we would have liked. But I can't fault in the second 20 our effort, our intensity, our resilience, like this group has been all year. They're a top 10 offense, and they proved that today. We wish them the best. At the end of the day, I just told our guys, this is my favorite group that I've been around as a whole in terms of people. We've just got a really special thing going with our culture, with our connectivity. These guys have really strong relationships with one another, and I can't lie. I'm down for these guys. I'm disappointed for them because they've worked really hard, gotten better. Just didn't see this coming like this. Love coaching these guys, these two in particular, as much as anyone that I've coached. Asa Newell could have gone anywhere in the country, and he came to the University of Georgia to help Georgia get to an NCAA tournament, and that's what he did. Silas Demery, in the past month, has played as well as just about any guard in college basketball. Decided to elevate his play, be more aggressive offensively. Probably should have been all-league, should have been all-SEC defensive team. These guys continue to grow throughout the season, get better and better. And I could talk about the rest of the guys on the team as well. I'd love to have that opportunity. I'll do it with you guys when we get back home. But I'm proud of our group. Disappointed that it's over because I love our group.
First 2 questions on the left. Go.
Yeah, Mike, you talked about the first 10 minutes. Do you think that was a product of nerves, this team never being in this moment before, or Gonzaga's skill, or just maybe a mix of the two? What do you think was the issue in those first 10 minutes of the game?
A couple empty possessions early, complemented by their urgency in transition offense, complemented by a couple shots that were pretty well guarded, that go down, and all of a sudden you find yourself down double digits without having scored a point. Those empty offensive possessions early, again, with them making shots and them scoring on the interior, you could just see it with our body language. We were a little bit different than we were mid-second half when, we were trading baskets. But a big part of that, again, in our guys' defense, we have one guy on our roster that's been to an NCAA tournament. And we just played a team that's been to, 9 straight Sweet 16s. And how do you get to 9 straight Sweet 16s? You get to tournaments consistently and you win. And you get winning experience and you have continuity and you get better and you establish a culture and you establish a winning program. And Gonzaga is up there with some of the best programs in the country in terms of their consistency at or near the top of their league and their consistency with their runs in NCAA tournaments. And that's our aim at the University of Georgia. We took a step this year, and our aim is to continue to take steps.
Yeah, this is for Silas. Obviously, today doesn't go the way that you wanted it to, but moving forward, what does Georgia have to continue to do to make this a more regular occurrence where you guys are getting in the tournament and then building those steps to making a, not a Gonzaga type run necessarily, but getting to a standard like that?
I'd probably just say just keep the confidence growing. Obviously, this year, nobody expected us to be here. So I think just building off this year and knowing the confidence that we can get here, believing in our coaches, and then mainly believing in ourselves. I feel like if you don't believe in yourself, you're never going to get anywhere in life. So I think just being able to get back to the drawing board, obviously it's tough when we lost today, but learn from it. And then when guys come in next year, the next recruiting class and the freshmen that come in, be serious from the jump. June 1st, we got to be locked in. Our main goal is March Madness, but like we said, our mantra has been growth every day, one day at a time. And I think if we can incorporate that next year, not looking ahead, I think that helped us a lot this year. So that'll help us in the near future too.
2 questions are up. Go, please.
Asa, what are you going to take away from this season at Georgia? What is probably going to be your one and only?
I'll just say, the college experience was amazing. Wearing the G on my chest is something that I'll never take for granted, and I'm just so blessed to, have teammates and a wonderful coach like Coach White helping me through the process, and, I'll just take it all in.
To follow up on that, Asa, what was it like having Jaden out there for that last minute? And then 2, what does the decision-making process look like for you going forward?
Yeah, the moment with my brother, it was just a beautiful moment. I got to share, some of my last seconds of the team's last seconds, in March Madness together. And it was just a beautiful moment, something that, if a picture comes out, I'll probably put it on my wall in my house. And, the next process is, just talking to my circle and, praying to God.
Right-hand side, gentlemen.
Mike, I think it was 27-3 when you called the timeout. Did you contemplate, given what you said about the body language, calling something earlier to kind of get you guys refocused?
I did. We had a couple stops there where I thought we had some numbers, and I guess I just took the I thought a couple of those possessions, 1 or 2 of those possessions, we might have got a score to kind of settle this in a little bit. At that point, though, it was time to take one.
Yeah, Mike, I guess I'm in the hindsight 2020 club here. I mean, obviously you ran into a team that was, shooting lights out. Hindsight being 2020 and looking at it, what would you do different? I mean, it's an unfair question, I know, but just reflecting back on that start to the game.
No, Mike, it's doing your job, and it's a good question. In our guys' defense, and we talk about this in scouting all the time, if this happens, it's on us, right? And we've got a group that's incredibly bought in, and starting with these 2 guys, we've got to do X, Y, and Z, and these 2 guys are going to try to do X, Y, and Z to the best of their ability every single time. These guys are high-character people and high-character players. We wanted to protect the paint, their efficiency in the paint, their 2-point percentage, their 2-point prowess all year is off the charts. They shoot the 3 well, but they don't shoot it often. And so for 72 hours, our stress to these guys has been, forcing skips and forcing the bigs to pass it, and they made us pay. They did. From 3, those bigs are so skilled, they pass it, their touch is so good with either hand, their ability to draw fouls, and the amount of them, the depth. And when you try to take that away and they complement that with shooting 12 of 20 from 3, they're very difficult to defend.
We have time for the 3 questions that are in the queue. Go, please.
Yeah, Mike, you talk about setting a culture and how this team has done that. Going forward, what do you want to see and what do you need to do to help make this a more consistent process in terms of getting to the NCAA tournament?
we just got to continue to recruit high-level players and high-level people, protect our culture every day, continue to get better, continue to develop people and develop players offensively and defensively. I think we generated some excitement this year with our recruiting base. We've got a lot to sell at the University of Georgia. We'll continue to sign guys like these two guys, and we'll build off of this.
On the right-hand side.
Yeah, you said, Mike, that this team is one of your favorite in terms of the people and just this group. When you have a moment like this, where obviously dreams fall apart and everything like that, just what's your message to the team, and what do you say to them?
A lot of the stuff that I've said right now, but it took it a step further personally with our guys behind closed doors in the locker room. I love these guys, and talked about each guy individually and what they mean to this program, and thank them for playing for one another all year, for being, in my opinion, I'm biased, there couldn't have been a more resilient team in college basketball this year. 2 4-game losing streaks happened to the second youngest team in the SEC. A lot of teams would have laid down. And not only did we find a way to win big games down the stretch and get better throughout the year, we had great practices every day. Everyone in the locker room was better than they were in June. They just are. Not because we're doing something special, because it's the type of people they are. Just continue to come to work every day. Just get better and battle. Compete with one another, challenge each other every day. And we're going to continue to do that at Georgia, and good things will happen.
Final question. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike, kind of looking to the future, again, before too long, you guys will be recruiting the transfer portal, roster retention as well. How valuable do you think this season can be in selling that vision to future players and what you guys want to do for next season?
Sure, we did it, right? You'd like to sell a Sweet 16 or a Final Four, and maybe we're able to do that one day, but it starts with selling NCAA tournament and selling Silas Demery and Asa Newell and their teammates. These are the positives that these guys accomplished this year. You can come to Georgia and do something similar. We just went to the NCAA tournament. We're trying to advance, as opposed to these past few years. We're hoping to get to the tournament. We need your help. These guys got it done. And I hate it for them that it's over. But these two guys next to me accomplished a lot, and they got Georgia to the NCAA tournament. We got the highest seed that we've gotten in a long, long time. Broke some records, ended some streaks, started some streaks, you name it. I mean, you could put together 10 or 12 bullets on a page that these guys accomplished this year. Our net, our Ken Palm, our offense, our defense. These guys have accomplished a ton, and they should be proud. And they've laid a foundation.
Very well said. Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck in your future.